Good morning, everyone. Guess what I'm getting ready to do? It is roughly 8:30 in the morning, and as you can see, I'm using my gorilla cart. I got Pup tied over here. My other two have wandered off somewhere. I don't know where they're at. And I'm getting ready to feed. Now, usually this is full of regular hay, but last night I had so much hay back in the girls' area, I didn't think we'd need it this morning. I will check it, though. But down here is a nice big flake of peanut hay. That's going to the girls. This is for the little bucklings. And we got rabbit food, chicken food, guinea food. So I'm going to take you with as I do some of the feeding here this morning. Okay, we got girls trying to get the peanut hay, so let's get this thrown into their dishes. You're going to see some very fat girls. Most of my girls, well, I shouldn't say most, 3 of them are very pregnant. There we go. Now I'm going to divide this out because if I don't, they will fight. And we make sure there's no poopies in the dish, so if there is, we dump it. Goats love to curl up in these dishes. So here's a prime example. Somebody laid in this dish, probably one of the little girls. I just knock that out and we go on with the day. We're going to take some more of this and divide it out. I like shaking it loose too. Here you go, Oreo. There's Simba, Miss Nala. Your right side's getting a little fat, girl. There you go. Alright, they are fed. That is breakfast for this little herd of goats. The boys get the exact same thing, and as you can see, the water trough is down probably about 4 inches. We will top that off. And my little guineas are over here. They seem to be doing fine. Haven't lost any guineas yet. Yay! As you can see, they still have hay here, but I always check their barrel. You can see their barrel's pretty full. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right up there, so they don't need any hay. There's going to be some changes today if I can get to it. I have to run to town because I went for my doctor's appointment. She called in my prescriptions. I have to pick them up. So let's go feed the boys. Stay back. That fence is hot. Feeding the boys is a little more complicated, guys, because they're behind an electric fence. So you see this clip right here? I have to take this off so I don't get zapped. And then we have it tied off to the metal fence here. The fence stays nice and hot. And what I do is I just kind of squeeze in here. They're so interested in food, they don't care if the fence is disconnected. He might today. He's smelling some stuff that he wants today. Come on, little guys. This is one of my favorite times of the day because I get to interact with these little guys. Ew, you're all wet. You just got duck pee on me. Come on. Let's go, stinky boys. Oh my gosh, he's so full of pee. And he got against me. Alright, let's get you some food. There you go. It's in your bowl, dude. There we go. You see they have a bucket of hay, which they've barely touched because they have all this back here. You can see they're doing some clean out there. That was real nice and thick when we brought them over. They're cleaning it out pretty good. There's my man. Here's my future herd sire right here. Are you getting stinky? Hey. Let the little ones eat, or I'm going to pull you. Over there. There you go. Alright, guys, they're fed. There's 2 eating areas, so if we do have any aggression, they have 2 areas to go. He will not be in here, hopefully by the end of the day today. He's getting pulled in. That's a whole nother video. Alright, bucks are fed. Now we do keep 2 buckets of water in here, And as you can see, I topped these both off yesterday. They don't drink that much. I will top them off again today, and I might even clean their buckets. This happens really fast here because the amount of dirt and debris that always seems to be kicked up when these guys are in these pens. But I gotta get out of here and reset the electric until I get back with water. Okay, it's the guineas' turn. And basically, I got a cup of feed. I mix the guineas' feed myself. And I just gotta make sure they don't fly out. Guineas stay fairly wild, and they don't turn into really tame birds. But as you know, if you follow me, my three stooges are not real scared. So basically, I'm gonna take this off, refill it, put it back in, and they still have a half a container of water. I don't know if you can see that, but there's half a container. So we'll let that go, but we'll check it this afternoon when we feed the goats this evening to make sure if anybody needs water that they get what they need. Okay, as you can see, the container is full. Now this may last them 3 days, guys, but I check it every single morning. If it gets really low, I'm going to refill it. It's just that simple. These are growing birds. They need to have food 24 hours a day. All right, guineas are fed. Okay, guys, we are over here at what I call the teenagers. These are the teenage guineas. And all I do is dump theirs on the ground. They get 2 scoops because there's 4 adult-sized guineas in here. We got a couple more weeks and then we'll be, you see that pile of food? That's plenty. Now, they will need water today, but I'll come back and do their water here in a little bit. In fact, I'll pull their water jug now. That way I don't forget. I got a busy day planned. Let's see if I can get this off. Nope. Hold on. I gotta put my camera down. Alright. It just hangs there by those hooks. Let me get my clip and clip their door. This chicken tractor has worked absolutely amazing for these guineas. They got a real nice strong perch in there, which is under the tarp. If it starts raining really hard, I will cover most of this with the tarp just to keep their ground area semi-dry. And if it's raining and it's feeding time, they'll get fed under the tarp. I moved them yesterday. So the nice thing with this chicken tractor is I'm able to move it by myself. And that's a huge win for me to be able to give these guys fresh ground for the next 2 weeks while Jim's gone. Jim's first visit with his mom went really good. She knew who he was. She was very lucid, but the second visit, she knew who he was, but she was not lucid other than that. So he's had high days and low days since he's gotten up there. I really like this set of guineas. Hi, you're not so scared of me anymore, huh? Yeah. All right, guys. You're fed. Next one's chickens and rabbits. Okay, the next ones to get fed are my 3 stooges here. Here you go, guineas. Guineas. There you go. That's what keeps guineas to your own property, is feeding them. I feed them once a day in the morning. I feed them this cup here, which is not a whole lot for 3 adults, but they eat this every morning, but then the rest of the day they're out scavenging for bugs, which is what the guineas are here for. They're here to be tick control, and they've done amazing. Guys, I can honestly tell you, in the first year we had these guys free-ranging, they took care of 99% of the ticks in our yard area. Now, it helps that we keep things mowed, but they're doing the job, let me tell you. Now, I wish I could get some in the surrounding woods area as well. That's kind of why I got more guineas. I'm hoping they'll range further. Look at that. We still got a decent-sized pumpkin. Not pumpkin. Oh, watermelon. Thank God it's not a pumpkin. I'm not a big pumpkin person. I do like pumpkin pie, but I'm not a big baker. So we will feed the chickens first. Here's the chicken bucket. See how we do here. Pup's right there. He goes everywhere I go on a leash. That way I can keep track of him. He doesn't get loose. This is something I don't think I've ever done with y'all. Look at the chicken flock. Some of my girls are well loved. As you can see, there's saddle areas. But they are ready for breakfast. Now, one of the things I do is I give them a couple scoops to occupy them. And it works. There they go. There's Big Red. He's a sweetie. Hi, Big Red. I'm a handsome man. He's very gentle. He's really good with me and Jim. He has never been aggressive, but we raised him from a chick. I think this is Luna. Nope, Luna's over there. Luna's right there. She's the black one right there. These are some of the older hens that we think we're going to have to cull. And I've got at least 2 hens for sure that are getting culled. Look at this Rhode Island Red. Look how red she is. She's gorgeous. Those are my buffs right there. These are the ones we hatched here. My Buff Orpington Bubbles made it with a mixed rooster, and we got these 3 girls, plus we had others that we gave away, and they're doing great for egg layers. They're doing absolutely fantastic. Now the rest of this feed, and it's quite a bit, but there's a lot of chickens in here, guys. There's one that's on the cull list. This now goes into their feed container. There's one, and we got 2 containers in here. So if there's any bickering, there we go. Let's see if there's anything hidden. Oh, I don't think you can see that, darn. But look, there's an egg. First egg of the day. Now I also clean out any poops in the nest when I'm in here, because they actually will lay eggs after I'm done in here in the morning. And there's the rabbits that are in here. We have this plastic on top because she stays up there almost all the time and she poops. We don't want the poop going on to the rabbit area. Those are the rabbits. We are going to be butchering rabbits now that it's cooling off. The chickens have water. They have 1, 2, 3. That's got a float in it being fed by gravity from a barrel. So they do have water. They got 3 containers of it, and that one needs to come out and be clean, but it's too heavy. So I'm going to wait till they drink most of it down or it leaks out, and then I'm going to take it out and clean it and get it reset. I don't know. He has this set up with a bucket. Hi, Big Red. He must be still doing this bucket method. Yep, the bucket's full of water too, guys. So to fill this one, all I gotta do is open the valve and it'll fill. But I really want to clean it out. It's pretty gunky. It's one of those things I said the other day needs to be taken care of. My standard for keeping animals is definitely different than my husband's. We did, if you see any of the white specks in there when I was throwing feed, that's all calcium. I throw it in by the handfuls to get my eggs a little stronger. Alright, we're done with that. Next thing is rabbits. I got a few rabbits to feed. This is going to be a little harder to record. Are you getting in trouble with the guineas? If they flop you, it's your own fault. No, no, no. You guys get back from the puppy. Go. Go. Yeah, the puppy and the guineas do not get along very well. Oh, I'm hoping this video turns out semi-decent. It's a little darker in here because we do keep the shade cloth up until we can get something planted to shade this side of the kennel. The sun gets brutal on this side, which is why we sacrificed the shade cloth to make this all work. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Gotta get a big scoop. I cleaned this off too. It's just chicken poop. Hey, big guy. You ready for breakfast? Now there are 4 adult rabbits in there, so they're actually going to get quite a bit of feed. And I also will pick some greens for them, so that happens as well. Now I think they're going to need water. Yes, they need water, so I'll take their water bottles with me. Feels like both are empty. Oh, that one's got a little bit in. We'll leave that in until we fill this other one. That way, if they get thirsty, they have water. Then this is my buck that we use for the actual breeding over here. This is Duke. And he gets about a half a scoop because it's just him in here alone. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll do. And then the rest of my feed goes to my other rabbits. We did lose one of our breeding does. She just was not doing good. There you go, Duke Duke. Duke is fed. How's his water? He's got enough to get till tomorrow. Let's see if I can get him locked. We do lock Duke's cage. I'm not sure why, because I'm just now starting to take care of him. You can see my chicken float. That does work really well, guys. Alright, take that water bottle. And I'm out of this area for now. I'll be back because I have to bring this water bottle back. We're trying to come up with systems so that these animals are fed automatically. Or not fed, but watered. Which would have made my life a lot easier here while Jim was gone. Alright, I gotta go to the other rabbits, but we're almost done. Okay, I'm at the last set of rabbits here. And we got a breeding doe right here. This is, I can't remember. I think it's Duchess. We've rearranged these guys. No, this is Lady Di. Duchess is the one that passed away. This is really hard to see. One of the things we did figure out, we were overfeeding our rabbits hugely. And we had to cut way, way back because they were all very fat. Fat rabbits are not healthy rabbits in the long run. Oh, making a mess. Oh well. Now this amount will go into 2 rabbits. It's probably too much, but they're hungry. These are also designated as butchers. So these boys will get butchered. Oh, hold on, boys. We don't know. We don't sex them. If we're going to eat them, we just don't do anything but raise them out. There you go, boys. And voila, the animals are fed. You see, I have a little bit of feed left in here. A little bit of guinea feed, and that's it. And everybody's got plenty of what they needed. Probably a little more than what Jim would feed them. But I don't want them to be out of food by 10 o'clock this morning, and by 10 o'clock tonight, they're starving. That's not how I do things. So the only thing left is to get some water to a few of them. I got to put water in the girls' trough, so that's my next project. And while I'm doing the water in the trough, I'll be able to do these as well. So I'm going to go get my hose. My hose is way over here because I watered the garden yesterday. At some point I'll be so happy when we run underground water pipes that all I have to do is turn on the faucet and my garden is watered for me. That's a whole nother project. We just aren't there yet. Yes, everything's a mess over here. We're working on it, guys. We got a little bit of sprouting here. See that? I've been babying these guys. I've been covering this side, hoping these would sprout, but so far nothing. But the covering seems to really help the sprouting because these were covered as well. Now that they've sprouted, I've uncovered them. I gotta pick peppers. Oh my gosh, the peppers I cannot keep up with, guys. I got the sweet banana peppers to pick. I got bell peppers to pick. I got red bells ready. And I've got the sweet Italian peppers to pick. And my hose is hung up. Ugh. I keep asking to get these little stumps cut. See that little stump? Right there. Would make my job a little easier if I wasn't hung up all the time. Alright, off we go. Oh, I had a complete physical, and yes, I mean complete, at the doctor's, and that included an EKG. I have a glitch on my EKG, so now I have to go see a cardiologist. Not happy about that, but especially since I'm doing all this work by myself. It's like I could fall over and I wouldn't even know it. Alright, once we get this hose where we need it to reach that, then we can start. I set my thing on jet. See that? It's set on jet. And I'm going to just drop it into the water trough. Then I can go turn the water on. There we go. Now I'm going to show you how we pump water. Tundra is tied over there on my wash line. I can't keep up with him and what I'm going to be doing right now if I had to hang on to his leash. So this is my water pump. It is tied into the power system of the house. And keep in mind, this is all off-grid, which is why our systems are what they are. I hooked that wire up, and my pump is pumping. So I'm pulling water from this tote. And it looks like I have about maybe a little more than 200 gallons right now in this tote. Now I'll take these over and fill these. The watering takes a while, guys, because the pump is it does put some pressure in there, but it's still a slow process. Hi, Miss Latte. Aren't you the pretty girl this morning? She's in a loving mood today. Her moodiness is gone, guys. Do you want to know why? Because I think she's getting closer to her heat cycle. She's over flirting with the boy this morning. Were you flirting with the boy? Huh? The funny thing is, usually these goats are seasonal heat cycles. And basically what that means is they only come in heat in the fall. But guess what? I have not seen any really true good signs of a heat cycle. Look at that. All that peanut hay is gone. It's gone already. But their bellies are full, aren't they? Is your belly full, youngin'? That's Carmela. Carmela is not on the breeding list this year. My water's pumping. Alright, I'm going to finish watering. And at some point, I'm going to have to do a video about the goats because there's a lot going on right now that I want to share. Okay, guys. Morning is done. Everybody's fed and watered. Now it's time for my coffee, my breakfast, and then it's off to run some errands. Take care and God bless.